Well, it was a very impressive funeral. Brian was buried with his in the small Boddington cemetery where his mother and late father, who actually was in the 10th Light Infantry during the First World War. Very good turnout, all of Boddington, and you'll realise why when I tell you what Brian did for Boddington. Kevin Bailey flew his Stinson Reliant over the ceremony a few times, very well timed and very impressive. And then a number of warm speeches were made about Brian and what he did, including Ray Villerman, who probably is the most experienced airman in Australia today. He had 25,000 hours and 150 types to his credit, and he ended up as head of CASA. And he gave a talk about Brian, flying with Brian, and he told me, going back to Perth, that in all his flying experiences, his memorable were flying with Brian on his Southern African safari tours. And he did 4 tours with Brian, and he spoke very warmly about Brian. Now, I want to read you his achievements. This was issued to the police at the funeral, and I'll just give you all the details. He was born in 1927, means he went to Narrogin Convent and then attended school in New Norcia. He actually participated in golf, tennis and football, founding treasurer Boddington Football Club, started flying lessons at Mayland in 1948, fairest and best Boddington Football Club final, he won that in 1953, awarded life membership of Boddington Football Club in the 60s. He was, in the 60s, he was adult advisor to the junior farmers. In the 60s to the 80s, he was president of the Narrogin Rostrum Club. What is not mentioned here, he was also a senior instructor at the Narrogin Gliding Club. He met Vivian, his wife, at Williams Hospital, where he was a patient after being severely burnt in a fire, and he married Vivian in 1962. He operated sailing flights during Kenyana Carnival from Sutton Paddock for 8 years, now Hall's Head and Port Mandurah Canals. He almost killed himself in a crash into a train when he was taking a load of eggs to market, but he was clever enough to save all the eggs. Operated Brian John's tours, flying Cessna 210s, doing tours throughout Australia and later South Africa. Moved into his new solar house in Boddington in 1983, and in 1990s it was instrumental in creation of the Hotham Way Fawcett Trail tourist trails. Now this is the important one. In 2003, he and 3 friends decided to have a luncheon here at the Old Fliers in September 2003, and they then agreed to have a monthly luncheon in that little room behind me. And I was invited to be the first speaker in April 2004. And I think our Old Fliers Group is probably one of those successful Old Fliers groups, or only Old Fliers Group there is, thanks to Brian's efforts. He was awarded in 2010 Boddington Active Citizen of the Year Award, and then in 2010, after 83 years in Boddington, moved to the Meadow Springs estate. And then in 2013, he was awarded life membership of the Old Fliers Group. Now you can see why he was such an important person with all that. So it was a pleasure to attend his funeral and tell you about it.